Good afternoon for customers if you are in APAC region, and good morning for those who are in Europe. My name is Yvonne Xiao. I am Marketing Manager of AIC. I will be the moderator of today's webinar. First of all, I would like to thank you for joining today's webinar to learn about AIC 2U server chassis for edge computing applications. Let me introduce today's presenter, Akib Rahman. Akib is AIC's Business Development Manager covering APAC market. With that, I will transfer the webinar to Akib. Akib, please take it away.
Hello everyone, welcome to join AIC's webinar. My name is Akib Rahman. I work in the Business Development Department in AIC for APAC market. Firstly, I would like to provide you the AIC webinar logistics here. In today's webinar, we'll be introducing two AIC products, RSC2MS and RMC2E. If you have any questions, please type it into the question box and they'll be answered in the Q&A session at the end of the webinar. If you want the presentation file, it will be available from the handout section. So let's begin our webinar. And before we introduce RSC2MS, I would like to start with a brief overview on application definition of edge and fog. Edge is defined as the level of direct connection with the end devices, example, wearable devices, IoT devices, or devices of factory automation for real-time data processing. In order to be set close to end-user devices, edge computing data centers are usually space-sensitive and compact. When the number of edge computing data center reaches a certain level, there must be another upper level for data aggregation mechanism. And this layer is called fog. Fog layer serves as the interface and referral function in between edge and cloud computing layers. In some scenarios, edge layer can cover fog layer's functions, or fog layer could directly replace edge layer. In terms of AIC products, RMC2E is ideal for typical edge applications because it is a short depth compact system that could be utilized in space, limited edge computing data centers. While RSC2MS is suitable for fog layer or edge and fog applications because it has higher storage capacity. Aside from edge and fog applications, RSC2MS is also suitable for other applications, such as enterprise storage, mail server, web server, CDN, VOD content storage, and also video surveillance. RSC2MS is a 2U storage server chassis supporting ATX motherboard. Its depth is only 838 mm, and it can fit into 900 mm depth cabinet. With 3 trays loaded up to 24 3.5-inch hard disk drives, RSC2MS has great storage capacity. And on rear side, this chassis has 7 low-profile expansion slots that provide flexibilities to fulfill different application needs. RSC2MS is featured with great toolless functionality, which can save you a lot of maintenance effort and time. The chassis has 3 trays, each tray with 8 3.5 hard disks. The trays are designed with AIC patented toolless hot swappable mechanical structure that is very easy to maintain. RSC2MS also comes with 4 6038 PWM cooling fans, which provide effective front to rear airflow for system cooling. The fans are also toolless and hot swappable. Toolless side rails are easy to assemble and free of tools, saving the time required for installation. RSC2MS standard SKU is with 800 watt 2U 1+1 redundant power supply, 2 7mm SSD for OS or data caching, and 24 3.5-inch hard disk drive tray support, SATA SAS single connection. The chassis supports ATX motherboard, but does not come with the motherboard, so it means you have the flexibility to put in the motherboard that best fits your application scenario. If you're considering like ordering the toolless slide rail, here's ordering information. The slide out stroke is 651.4 mm. There are not many 2U24 3.5-inch products available in the market, and most of them are coming in as barebone or system products or L10 products. AIC RSC2MS may be the only one product in the form of chassis in the market right now. As said earlier, this provides the flexibility for customers to select their own motherboards and also provide flexibility for our channel partners to position this model to fit their existing storage server product portfolio. Now I will demonstrate RSC2MS for you to take a closer look at this model. Now we'll start the demonstration of RSC2MS. RSC2MS is a 2U24 bay storage server chassis. It has 3 drawers that can load up to 24 3.5-inch hard drives featuring toolless design. You can install the hard drives without any tools. It is very easy to maintain. Two 2.5-inch 7mm hot swap bays are also screwless. SSDs are firmly fixed after the installation. This chassis is equipped with 800-watt 1+1 redundant power supply. We also provide 600-watt options. Top cover is also toolless design. 4 hot swappable fans provides effective front to rear airflow for system cooling. Toolless slide rails are easy to assemble and effortless to install. Now we'll move on to the next part of today's webinar. Next, I will introduce our new edge computing chassis, RMC2E. RMC2E is AIC's latest 2U rack mount chassis, which is designed for applications such as edge, 5G, and AI. The main product features are: 1. Front and rear input-output design axis is swappable. With only 450 mm depth, it is suitable for 600 mm cabinets, mostly used by telecom operators. And 3. Flexible expansion slots option. In order to meet the limited space of telecom edge data centers, the RMC2E comes in 2U in height and 450 mm in depth. It supports 12 by 13-inch ATX motherboards under extreme depth conditions, while have space for 4 2.5-inch hard drives. For applications that do not require large storage capacities, 4 2.5 hard drives provide sufficient storage capacity. The 800-watt redundant power supply configuration meets the needs of most usage scenarios. The 4 60 by 38 mm fans can be easily turned to the other side so they can support both options of front and rear I/O access of the chassis to ventilate the heat. Variety options of riser cards can fulfill the needs of applications ranging from low end to mid end. RMC2E has 2 options. One is rear I/O access, which is the standard for this model. The other is front I/O access. These 2 options are actually the same product SKU. However, it can be easily adjusted to change the chassis setting in our assembly line or even at customer site. There are only 3 parts to be switched. The rear I/O access chassis could be turned into a front I/O access chassis. So first, remove air bracket to rear side. Second, swap the hard disk drives cage and PSU kit. Third is rotate fans to opposite side. Here, I would suggest our customers to specify the I/O access direction when placing order, so we can assemble the chassis the way you want it to be. There are multiple configuration options to meet the needs of all levels. For general use, we provide a SKU 1, which has 1 PCIe Gen 3 by 16 2U riser card and 1 by 8 1U riser card, and can support 1 full height half length add-on card and 1 half height half length by 8 add-on card. For high-end edge and AI applications, we provide SKU2 with PCIe Gen 4 riser card. The SKU2 can support 1x16 double slot GPU card or two 8 full height half length add-on cards. Adding with the 1x8 half height half length add-on card supported by 1U riser. SKU2 can support up to 3 add-on cards. Later in the demo, I'll show you SKU2. For the needs of multiple half height, half length, you can choose SKU3, which has 7-slot low profile rear bracket. Here is the ordering information with 3 product SKUs that I just mentioned. Compared to the other market players, RMC2E has more options of expansion slots and has 4 60 by 38 fans, which provides a good cooling infrastructures for edge and AI related applications. RMC2E is verified and can support system level with a double slot GPU card installed and motherboard with dual CPU. CPU TDP up to 165 watts. RMC2E PVT samples are already available. If you're interested in this model, please feel free to contact your regional AIC sales. Now I will demonstrate this RMC2E for you to take a closer look at this model. Now we'll start the demonstration of RMC2E. RMC2E is designed with easy convertible front or rear I/O access. To the left is front view of RMC2E rear I/O access. To the right is front view of RMC2E front I/O access. This chassis is featuring great toolless design functionalities. As you can see, RMC2E has 4 2.5-inch SATA hot swap drive bays. Screwless design makes your maintenance effortless. Chassis top cover is also toolless. Easy swap fans support either rear or front I/O accesses. When it comes to installing GPU and add-on cards, toolless and easy lift riser retainer make installations easy and hassle-less. Also, the GPU support can better secure the device from shipping and handling. 800-watt redundant power supply configuration can meet the needs of most usage scenarios. It's also toolless design. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about these two models, please visit us on our website or call our regional sales. Thank you.
Thank you, Akib, for the great introduction on RMC2E and RMC2MS. Now we are entering the Q&A session. It is our great pleasure to have Terry Huang, who is our Product Development Director, to join us in the Q&A session. If you have any question, please feel free to type in the question box. I will read it out for Akib or Terry to answer. I can see that there are already some questions on each model. I will start with the RSC2MS questions. First question is how to manage the front SS24 3.5-inch hard drives. Akib?
Thank you for the question. If motherboard does not have 8643 connector available, you can use 8-port HBA RAID card plus one 16-port HBA RAID or 3 to 8-port HBA RAID to do the hard drive control. In RMC2MS, users can fit in HBA RAID cards using low profile slots. And there are extra 2 to 3 low profile slots available for other add-on cards.
Thank you, Akib. So another question also regarding RSC2MS, how to manage the hard drive LED lighting?
HDD backplane has SGPO signal, and that can be controlled by HPA LED control tool. Also, we can use Linux embedded software for lightning control.
Okay, thank you, Akib. Now I see another question on RMC2MS. Sorry. May there be temperature problem with the 24-bay 2U solution when there is a big SS on the system? I will ask Terry to answer this question.
Yeah, about the RSC2MS, we already test on our lab. Is the highest power consumption on CPU is 155 watts. So without any extra maybe air duct or higher spatial active cooler. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Terry. Another great question is also on RSC2MS. Is can we replace the hard drive 24 hot plug?
Replace. Both 24 both 24 hard drive can be hot plug, hot swap. So it's another question, right?
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also another question on RSC2MS. Looks like we're having a very popular model here. So when populating with 24 hard drives, what is the maximum ambient operating temperature?
We already test is on the 35 degrees C.
Okay, thank you, Terry. Now I think I will move on to RMC2E questions. If there's any question, please type in your question in the question box. We will answer it. So first question is RMC2E can be installed in what kind of cabinet? Akib, please.
It fits a 600 to 900 cabinet, and it supports two-post rack solution.
Thank you, Akib. So the second question on RMC2E. Regarding the cooling, up to what CPU watts does RMC2E support? Akib, can we have your answer, please?
Okay, so we tested it with Intel Xeon Platinum 8256 processors, and it supports 105 watt 4-core spec 100C.
Okay. Next question, also on RMC2E. What storage options will be available for RMC2E? Only for SATA or also for NVMe? This is a great question. Terry, can I have your answer, please?
Yes, both SATA, SAS, and NVMe we can support. You just check the product SKU.
So we can all support SATA, SAS, and NVMe on RMC2E. Thank you. Next question, also on RMC2E. Do we supply short rail for 600 millimeter cabinet with RMC2E? Terry?
Yeah, sure. Both the 600 and the 900 millimeter cabinet, we can support and use the same rail.
All right, thank you very much. There's also another question on both model. That is, what is the MP and availability of these two solutions? Terry, can I have your answer, please?
About the RMC2E, his customer sample will available on end of this month. And RSC2MS, his customer sample will available on end of next month.
Thank you very much. That is a very good news. Will there be any questions? Please feel free to type in now. Okay, I think we had answered most of the questions. Thank you very much for those who raised questions. And thank you, Terry and Akib. So after this webinar, we will send the webinar recorded video and presentation file to you via a follow-up email. So if you still have questions, please feel free to reach AIC sales representative or provide an inquiry to us on AIC website. Thank you very much. With that, I will announce the conclude of today's webinar. Thank you for joining us. I hope we will see you in next AIC webinar. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.